Bird's Eye presents A Day on Journey with the highly selective salesman. When last seen, our salesman was obtaining a bird's eye view of his territory. An excellent idea, so long as you don't get carried away. Hey, Joe, come back. Joey! Joe!
Joey, breakfast in 20 minutes.
From the moment he wakes up, every salesman must have two things clearly fixed in his mind. Joe. One, a proper idea of his total responsibilities towards district and depot. In other words, a sense of perspective. Joe. Two, he must also have a cut and dried plan of the day's operation, knowing in advance exactly how to use his time and skill to full advantage. He must be selective. Joe, have you got perspective? Are you selective? You have? You are? Then what are we waiting for? Ah, a nice cup of tea. Thanks very much. Joe, get moving. What is there to an average day's selective selling? How many scheduled calls today, Joe? 20? 25? 30? 15? Is that all? And what else? A couple of interviews with multiple buyers, 2 or 3 prospect calls, quick look in at the refrigeration people, maybe a chat with their salesman, need to ring up the depot, of course, might fix up a trade meeting, keep tabs on promotion, you know, start a few things rolling and keep the district ticking over. 24 hours to every day, Joe. You've got time to write a book. You might even have time to get some lunch. I know, Joe. We understand. There's 1,001 calls on you, your time, patience, initiative, enthusiasm. So what are you going to do about it? You don't go straight back to bed. You face the facts like a man. Like 4 men. Yes? 4. First, you've got to be the businessman. A 2-fisted go-getting tonnage raiser, concentrating on the grade A account for maximum offtake. That's priority today, priority every day. Next, you've got to be a bird's eye empire builder, a planner, developing business in accounts we already have, educating the trader, helping coordinate the total depot selling operation. And you're a showman, Joe, the super display man. Not just a slap-happy bill sticker, but an artist. Sensitive to the need for making the entire district a canvas of the company's business and products. Finally, you're the prospector, Joe. Restlessly searching for the right quality outlets. An explorer, opening up the territory. Widening the market. Creating sales. Tonnage, development, display, prospecting. 4 for the price of 1. Premium salesmanship.
Dad, Unsays back out. She wants to clear away the breakfast.
To the salesman, home is his office, and the breakfast table his desk. Here, a sensible Joe has everything ready from the previous evening, so he can begin his day's work before he checks out. In his call wallet are the sales cards clipped together in journey order, with any correspondence or notes of matters to be raised with the trader. To save himself time today, he's already replenished supplies of cash collection forms, receipts off journey order forms, liaison slips, merchandising report forms, daily report blanks, and so on. The few simple tools of his trade. And the sharper the tools, the bigger the orders from those gold star accounts. The clock is Joey's taskmaster, but by planning his day in advance, he gets off to a head start in an atmosphere of unhurried calm, so essential to good salesmanship and a sound digestion. He has ample time to check his journey plan and refresh his memory on other calls to be made from his personal aide-memoire. May I see, Joe? Thank you. Ah, yes. 9 a.m., Murray's Stores promotion. Splendid. 11 a.m., appointment Mr. Divibond. Who's he, Joe? Ah, buyer. Capital. Book windows High Street for FF week. Excellent. All good stuff, this. And what have we here? 3:30, super salesman early bird. Sounds like a prospect call. It's a what? And each way double? Is that how you fritter your time away, gambling? I'm beginning to think you're a non-starter. A display case? Isn't that ready yet? Let me see it. Yes. What on earth? That's more like it. One more thing to attend to. Ah, that sounds like it. That looks like it. That is it. This morning's mail from head office. Before he takes to the road, Joe sees he's got plenty of dummies and display material for any emergency. Ready to go, Joe? Haven't you forgotten something? And someone?
Why, Joey.
And so the journey begins. Lucky old Joe, his neighbor thinks. All on his own, firm's car, just driving around the country on a lovely day like this. Even on the road to his first call, our happy merchandiser is hard at it, using his time, rehearsing the new planned approach worked out at the last salesman's meeting. Yes, sir, I can promise you something really good this week. That'll bring you a lot of extra turnover on... Let's leave him to it and do a quick breakdown on his calls. Here's what they amount to in monthly business according to account grade. 1 Gold Star account averaging £600 a month. 3 B account multiples, together yielding about £480 a month. 5 good class independent C accounts, combined average monthly turnover £500. And 6 assorted D accounts, combined average £120. You don't need a science degree to see where the big effort's needed, but you should be able to tell the time. Half an hour at a Gold Star supermarket can clock up £150 in business. At a B account, £40. 1 C account call is worth £25. And if Joe spends the same amount of time in a D account shop over a fiver, well... Joe, I didn't mean you. I was referring to some other Joe. Joey, please, just drive, will you? Carefully. No accidents today, thank you. How's the sales story coming? Nice and smooth? What graded callage really amounts to is that the salesman is a valuable company commodity and should be selective about the time he spends and the service he gives. Simple as that. Lights, Joe! Mr. Hardcott, need I remind you that this new product of ours, here it is, sir, a really striking pack, as you can see, is, well, first call, first stop, the lucky self-service stores. A steady little account, and we're here right on opening time. Salesmanship starts in the car itself, so let's see how Joe handles it. Knowing Mr. Lucky's self-service runs a 1933 Morris Cowley, he parks his this year's Morris 1000 tactfully a little way past the shop. Having already spent a few valuable moments studying the sales card, bringing himself up to date on the account history, he makes a thoughtful approach to the shop, using his eyes and sizing up the window for any display work that needs doing. Agency sign needs replacing. And there's the best spot for the new window bill. Yes, elementary stuff this, but while we're in the beginner's class, let's brush up on general shop manner. Entering in a dignified way, he avoids giving the impression that he owns the place. If the trader is busy, he does not do this. Reaching the cabinet, he does not just hang around getting frustrated. He uses his time. A model of courtesy at all times. But for Pete's sake, keep your hat on. For 2 good reasons. You may lose it. That's bad enough. But worse may be in store for you. Much worse. With no hat on, you may be mistaken for a customer. The trader may even call you sir. And if that happens... Come on, Joe. Work to do. Yes? Let's get selling. Now for that tonnage account. Joe, the businessman, has graded it Gold Star and stepped up callage accordingly. It's Gold Star for all the reasons. It's big, with first-class equipment, sells big, with cabinets exploiting to the full our complete bird's eye range. Here, the salesman is dealing with people who understand the value of advertising, who mass lead-line display, and order big. So Joe must think and sell big. He must realize that he's selling in most likely to 70 cubic feet of cabinet space, not merely the 40 cubic in the shop. Big offtake calls for big storage, and Joe must keep pressing the store manager to get that 30 cubic feet of reserve cabinet space increased as business increases, so that our full range is always in stock. If we're promoting a new product, Joe makes a point of reminding the manager of all the advertising support it's receiving, the number of spots on television, and if today's a lucky day for him, there may be something in press that's big to show him. Yes, one good look is better than a speech. Are they looking after you all right from the depot, sir? Telephoning regularly? Orders being delivered on the dot? Joe's pretty certain the answer's always yes, but he's not wasting time asking these questions. Clever Joe, by reminding him of the service, is leading out the company's ace of trumps. This being the day everything goes right for Joe, he arrives bang on the minute to help with a store sales promotion. Having arranged it with the manager, he follows it through by letting the sales promotion girl know about the local brand of customers she'll be selling to. The salesman usually finds that display work is more than competently handled by the staff at a Gold Star account. All the more reason for him to encourage the store management to experiment with spot display promotions such as our polar bar. Just the job for selective products. Gold Star accounts? B's, C's, D's. Now for a string of calls which really belong in the H grade. H for hopeless and even horrific. Let us follow down the salesman's veil of tears and get it over quick. Some accounts are apt to make any salesman feel like an undertaker calling, especially when his journey takes him to a trader with one of those coffin cabinets. What to do about these antiquated closed-top cabinets? Keep on batting away at the stockist to change it for a new one. Here's another example from the chamber of cabinet horrors. The secret cabinet, camouflaged by kitty cat displays, with a defense network proof against the most determined customer. Underneath it all, it's often quite a nice cabinet. What to do? Keep on singing the old refrain. What they can't see, you can't sell. Sometimes you meet all the horrors concentrated in one unbusinesslike trader who neglects cabinet care, who reckons tidy stacking's a waste of time, like keeping proper accounts. Problem traders and problem accounts occur on every salesman's journey. He must try to achieve two things. First, selection of the major account weakness and its elimination by patient trader education. Second, don't waste time on it. Get after the accounts that work. Oh, and something else. That's it, Joe. You're a salesman. Let's see the smile. Our hero's next call gives him a chance to show his own select brand of Gold Star business management. But Joey, it's a C account, so don't spend all day in there. Good business management begins at getting the best possible order today and paving the way for an even bigger order next week. The practical economics of selling in and selling out. So get down to it. The job of making the cabinet work for its voltage. Bring the packs up from under because regular stock rotation is one of the safeguards of bird's eye quality. Check temperature for 0 and stack to the load line. See that you're not selling stock on stock. Joe, you have been. And make the TV stars do a real display job for complimentary products. What's the price list? Where is the price list, Joe? Give it best position. And keep it right up to date. With anything special in the display line, give sighting a little thought. Oh, clever stuff, Joe. Why didn't you think of a lovely spot like this, eh? Finally, the seal on good management. The salesman must try to get the agency sign up in every window. constantly aiming for, constantly aiming for, constantly aiming for that perfect position. Nearly 11, Joe. Time for that call on Mr. Divibond, the multiple buyer. Could be the best half hour's work today if you pull it off. Good luck. Yes, it's Joe, the businessman again. The buyer wants two things from the salesman: hard facts and solid arguments. He'll listen if Joe can produce both, if he ever gets in to see him. But Mr. Divibond's a businessman too. He wants a little more than a peep show at a folder, however accurate and well got up. He wants Joe to impress him that he knows both ends of the business, both angles, bird's eyes and his own. Suppose it's a co-op chain which Joe wants to open up with a first account of the High Street branch. It's no dividends for Joe unless he's actually been there, studied the shop, talked to the manager, weighed up the business potential, decided on the best site for the cabinet, and has the right type of equipment in mind, and can talk to Mr. Divibond about these things. Then Mr. Buyer will listen. Then he'll take notice. Maybe we already have a foothold, and Joe's aim is to extend accounts to other branches. In that case, it'll probably pay Joe to bring along a prepared LSD of profitable turnover in the existing accounts. The golden rule for a gold star man like Mr. Divibond is to keep him advised and get him enthusiastic. Tell him about the new advertising, about special promotions and bonuses, and enthuse him with your own belief in Birdseye. And if you do a good job...
Well, Mr. Birdseye, I'll think about it. Yes, I'll take this home and I'll think about it.
Joe's next call takes him on the trail of a prospect account. His goldfield is a new parade of shops, catering for a new estate that's growing fast. An important gap here that needs filling in the distribution of Birdseye products. Joe wants to make it easy for Mum to shop for Birdseye by opening an account on her doorstep. But which shop? He's already made his choice and selected this one with care. Now to sell Mr. Trader. 20 minutes later, the golden gates are opened as the trader inquires.
All right. Which type of cabinet would you recommend?
Yes, definitely Joey's golden day today. After a well-earned repast, refreshed in mind and body, the highly selective salesman returns to the road, and on his first afternoon call, he's faced with a typical bad case of poor cabinet sighting. As is often the case, this is neither Joe's fault nor the trader's. Joe is constantly up against this problem and makes a note to raise the matter again with the real culprit on his next call. At the refrigeration distributors, it's an empire-building job. Joe gives Mr. Zero, the manager, a call at least once a cycle. By dovetailing their efforts in the prospect field, valuable time is saved on both sides, twice the amount of territory covered between them in half the time. Now for that cabinet badly sighted by, yes, the distributor's man. Here Joe points the way to improve business for Birdseye and the distributors. The right cabinet in the right position in every shop speeds the day when bigger sales of frozen foods will call for extra cabinet storage space. Agreed, Mr. Zero? Paying in the customer's cash. Yes, Joe provides this service, but his real job's to keep the tills ringing, not to count up the takings. Joe, encourage them to send the money in regularly and think of the time saved. Yes, time. Time to put a dummy in every fridge in the dealer's showroom. Time to ring in the sales group at least twice on every journey. Time for a quick word with the delivery driver and maybe get a tip about an out-of-stock position. Time to book those windows for Frozen Foods Week. Time to be selective about... Huh? Joey, I know you've done all these things. Joe, if you want to make a speech, why not get yourself an audience? Yes. Who was going to arrange that talk to the branch managers of that multiple? You're always talking about it. Why not do it? Fix a date, Joe. Here. Now. Yes, sir. Every thinking salesman should talk to his traders as often as possible. It's a chance to do prospecting and educating on the grand scale. 30 or 40 at a sitting.
Imagine it. A captive audience. Mind you, they may doze off.
Joe the showman, display expert. And getting a big one up like this is the expert treatment. One big bill in a good site in High Street is worth 100 plastered windows in Gasworks Alley. Window display is a district job. Selectively placed, every sign and bill strengthens the link with those TV sets which bring home the bird's eye story to Mum and the family.
Yes, the happiest way of eating fish, bird's eye fish fingers, bird's eye fish fingers, bird's eye fish fingers.
Yes, through display, the salesman gets to the heart of his district.
Bird's eye feast, sweet as the moment when the pod went pop.
Ring in the orders to the sales group, post the day's sales cards, and sweet is the moment when the journey's one way only. Home. And what's he got to show for an 8-hour day except for 2 tired feet and a possible case of frostbite in his stacking hand? Yes, what did it all add up to? A nod from a Gold Star order? An encouraging word from Mr. Divibond? An inquiry from a prospect account? A handshake from Mr. Zero? A hello from the sales girl? A trade meeting for next week? A welcome from the trader? How'd you manage it, Joey? All that in just one day. By the way, this arrived. But you relax. Enjoy yourself. Plenty of time to plan tomorrow's day before you go to bed. Okay, Joe? You can have the rest of the day off. No more selling, Joe. Yes? Bird's eye peas are as sweet as that. Really sweet. Joe. Joey, something I forgot to tell you. If you can do the same tomorrow, you'll be the only district salesman with a solid gold.